Mukhang nakakatawa yung pag-uusapan natin.
Yeah.
Oh.
I am a huge fan.
Oh,
I think it was a trying hard Adam Sandler
Pinalitan
movie.
niya na, awit, aahitin mo at lagyan ng Vito.
Very witty and creative and kahit sinong kausap niya, mapapatawa niya. That's
Ano nga, hindi ko maintindihan. Isa pa. Ano mo?
Go to your room!
For example, how do you say in German coconut plantation? Nugan.
Yugan.
traffic. Ano sa Ilocano?
Traffic.
Traffic.
Hindi. Bumper to bumper.
Okay.
Hi guys!
Hello!
Hi! Hello!
Musta
Eto,
na?
Kumusta na kayo? How are you doing? Okay na? Wala na mga ubo?
Medyo okay na, pero alam mo na, winter na naman dito sa Amerika, and so, you know, flu season, COVID pa rin, tapos meron pa rin RSV, and kung ano-ano pa mga upper respiratory infection. But I'm good now. Yeah, I'm good. So excited ako ngayong gabi kasi ngayong araw na to dahil mukhang nakakatawa yung pag-uusapan natin.
Yeah.
Ikaw, Joy, kumusta?
Ganun din. I just recovered from coughs and colds. Uso rin dito yan. Alam niyo naman, Canada. Malamig. So we have to bundle up. And actually, I don't know if I mentioned to you, Christy, na there's a shortage of medicine here sa Canada ngayon. Well, at least Ontario. I don't know about the other provinces. Nagkakaubusan kami ng flu medicine. Cough, syrup, mga ganyan. So, yeah, please pray. Kasi the parents are demanding for it kasi wala talagang mabili. So, yeah, so it's horrible. So, I hope na we'll get over this shortage.
No, pero dito naman sa Pilipinas, nangyari din yung ganyan, Joy. Yung nagkaubusan noon, yung wala ka talagang pahirapan bumili ng paracetamol. Yes, may time pero nung peak yun ng COVID. Ngayon, okay na. At saka, ngayon, di ba, hindi na mandatory ang masking dito. So, optional na. Yeah. So, kumbaga, meron ang mga certain groups na declare na endemic na. Na the pandemic is over. So, merong ganong calls. Okay. Although the Department of Health remains wary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, open na talaga ang Pilipinas sa tourism, sa it's the border is open. Dito rin, right? We've been open for a while.
Right.
But winter is here, and so very common naman talaga yung cough and cold. Kaya lang syempre medyo mas nakakatakot dahil meron pa ding COVID, and then there are other infections na kind of coming and developing, So, but tonight, ano ba yung pag-uusapan natin? Humor, right? Pinoy humor.
Yes. Okay.
Natawa na ako. Sinasabi ko pala, natatawa na ako.
Exciting talaga to because we're going to talk about the different phases of Pinoy humor, di ba? Kasi iba-iba talaga yung brands of humor nila. So, pag-usapan natin yung humor ni Jokoy, ni Vice Ganda, ni Michael V, ng Eat Bulaga. Siguro kahit yung sila Dolphy, no? Maganda ring balikan yung ganong klase ng humor. Tuwa-tuwa si Joy, alam ko, Dolphy fan yan eh. So, yun. Okay, so, syempre, ngayon, yung pinakasikat, especially dyan, si Jokoy. Okay, so I don't know if you've watched any of his videos. Okay, so anong comment ninyo? Do you find him hilarious or what? At saka yung type of humor niya?
Hindi naman ako talaga masyadong familiar sa kanya, pero over the Thanksgiving weekend, pinanood namin yung movie niya, Easter Sunday?
Easter Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, Easter Sunday. So may mga scenes na nakakatawa, yung mga adults tumatawa, pero yung mga bata, hindi nila naintindihan kung ano yung bakit nakakatawa. So para sa amin, it's more of I think it's more of the real life, parang nakakatawa pero it's real life, yung family system, right? Yung conflict between the aunts, the mom and the auntie. Tapos yung ano pa ba?
Pero yung stand-up comedy acts niya, were you able to watch any of those?
No, I was supposed to go and watch him kasi nandito siya sa Chicago in April. I was supposed to go and watch him in April, but I was not able to go because I had COVID. But and a lot of the Filipino American kids, college kids who went, they said that he's really funny because they saw their lives on stage, parang kasi yung 'di ba yun yung ini-emphasize niya yung interaction niya with family members, yung family members niya. So I think mas nakakatawa siya sa Filipino American kids. Pero I don't know kung nakakatawa siya sa Pilipinas. So I'm not sure, because it's really about Filipino American.
Yeah. Si Joy muna, I'll reserve my comments. Joy. Para ikaw nakapanood ka na eh.
I am a huge fan
of Jokoy.
Oh, really? Of Jokoy.
Oh, really? Yeah. I've seen all his Netflix shows sa Netflix, syempre, and even before he became famous, I've already been watching him. Noon pa, nung may konti pa siyang buhok.
Talaga? Oh.
Yeah, he was very young and struggling comedian. And noon kasi he wasn't even talking about his mom. So he was just a regular stand-up guy. And then when he started talking about his mom, doon pa lang siya naging sumikat, right? And through the years I've been following him. I was so happy for him nung naka-Netflix na siya. And then I followed him in all social media. So pati yung love life niya, nalungkot ako when he and Chelsea broke up. So I'm really up to date. And most of his shows are sold out across the states. Talagang unbelievable. He just finished his sa New York, right? Madison. So I was so proud of him. So I'm more of a fan ng buhay niya, not necessarily yung comedy style niya, but because of his struggles, his zeal na maging successful and to put the Philippines in the map of the comedy world. I think that's a huge thing na ginawa niya para sa mga Pilipino kasi maraming mga tao na they don't know our culture, especially the funny side of our culture. So yeah, I am a huge fan. But when I watched yung Easter Sunday, I was super disappointed because it didn't feel like Jokoy. The jokes were not Jokoy, and it did not have the Jokoy branding ng jokes niya. And then I checked yung writers, hindi rin siya. So usually pag ganun, parang in-invite lang siyang umarte doon. So I felt na maski siya nakukornihan sa ginagawa niya dun sa movie. It's not his style ng jokes. Ang corny talaga. And even my kids were disappointed. Why? What happened to that movie? Kasi our expectation was so high. Nakala namin katulad ng mga yung mga comedy acts niya. Pero hindi. It was just a regular badul, corny, parang Vic Soto movie para sa akin yung Easter Sunday nga. So it was a little bit disappointing nung nanood kami. But you know what? The theater was full. Puro Pilipino nanood, and yeah, there were some laughs, pero if you're familiar with these jokes, you wouldn't be happy with the movie. So yun. So yes, Christy and I'm a big fan. natin. Joko.
Kaya,
Yeah.
Anong
okay.
merch Gusto ko bumili ng merch.
Yeah, I
Talaga.
think it's I've seen, for example, I've seen the Book of Mormon, right? So when you go, you laugh because you're not really, obviously I'm not Mormon, and I noticed when we were in the theater, we were laughing, but there were a lot of people who were not laughing, and I know that they are probably Mormon. So I think there were some scenes in Easter Sunday where we can laugh about it. I think Jonathan and my brother-in-law, yung mga Amerikano talaga, they were laughing because they kind of saw, yeah, guys, you guys do that. But we weren't laughing, There were some scenes that it was kind of, because for us, we see it more as real life.
Right.
Like, they were laughing about Filipinos having containers, tons of collection of containers in their cabinet. And I was like, but I have containers in my cabinet. And then I was thinking, is that only Filipino who put containers in their cabinets? Or, other people too. So, there are things like that. Or the conflicts between, keeping up with each other's family, trying to outdo each other, is that only Filipino? Or is that also happening in any regular family? So it's kind of it's funny, but it was also like, it's also very real. So it's not really comedy in a way, but it's drama. It's kind of, this is real life relationships. So anyway, but you're right. It's not really comedy, right? The Easter Sunday movie is not really comedy. I mean, there are moments, like little tidbits of Filipino relationships and Filipino, you would say Filipino humor, pero hindi naman siya nakakatawa masyado.
I think it was a trying hard Adam Sandler movie. But usually it's Adam Sandler yung character na surrounded by silly people and nag-react lang siya. But Jokoy is not like that. He is funny, not the people around him. So yun ang malaking difference. Kaya hindi nagpatok masyado yung movie na yun. But yeah, but there was laughter inside the theater. So I guess it was successful in a way. Pero let's listen to Christy. What about you?
Well, ako naman, I first read about Jokoy. Tapos from once in a while, merong mga suggested videos of him. Pero hindi ko pa siya pinapanood nung una kasi nga hindi ko pa siya na-encounter talaga. And then I read about him in various articles na sumisikat na comedian sa States, tapos yung brand of humor nga niya. So I started watching. So naano ko sa kanya, yung inaano natin is yung parody, 'di ba? It's really a parody of Philippine culture. So parang ang ganun talaga yung Pinoy ang mahilig tayong magpatawa at the expense of, for example, yung sarili nating mga bloopers or our weaknesses, our strengths, tapos i-exaggerate mo, 'di ba? So ganun yung So si Jokoy kasi ang niya is more of yung mom jokes niya, 'di ba? So yung isang napanood kong video, yung cursing and cussing ng mama niya, na parang yun yung kasi yung una kong kasi sabi ko, parang I don't know if people found it funny na gano'n, parang sunod-sunod yung pagmumura nung nanay niya. Pero parang sa akin, medyo off yun. So, I moved on to other videos. Tapos, meron naman akong napanood na video niya yung tungkol sa, parang ina-address niya yung mga Americans in the audience o yung mga asa-asawa na what's important about the tabo. Sabi niya gano'n. So, in-explain niya yung all about the tabo, di ba? Walang bidet. So, yung tabo palagi meron in every Filipino home. Tapos, sabi niya gano'n. And a tabo doesn't necessarily have to be the usual shape tabo. A tabo can be anything. It could be a tumbler or So, if you see that in the bathroom, let's say you had a night out, di ba? Sa bahay daw ng girlfriend mo na Filipina. Tapos nakita ka ng tumbler dun sa sabi niya, Yun yung ano natuwa kasi, wag niyo basta gagamitin. Sabi niya gano'n, ang mga Pilipino kahit ano, and you know, my mom, sabi niya gano'n, tuwan-tuwa na sabi niya, oh, this is really such a huge, malawak ang coverage area, ang ganda, panghugas talaga. So yun yung mga about Philippine culture na, okay, so yun, medyo natawa ako doon. So, parang tapos yung kunyari, yung boyfriend nga na tapos ginamit yung tumbler. And then only after realizing what it was for. So, yun siguro yung mga ganong mas natawa ako doon. Pero looking at the other videos, yun nga kasi yung ginagaya-gaya niya yung ay, Joseph, halika dito, Joseph. Di ba? Yung accent, yung Pinoy accent, alam mo yun, as opposed to those who have grown up there, di ba? So talagang American yung accent. So siya, siya, he does a parody of the Filipino accent too. So yun. So siguro for others it's funny, pero pag halimbawa para dito sa mga tao sa Pilipinas, okay, medyo common na kasi yun, di ba? Kumbaga yun ay expected na So if you would bring Jokoy to the Philippines, siguro hindi siya masyadong papatok na pero because he has already created a name for himself in the world of comedy, especially there. So, yun, we're very proud of him, di ba? Uy, yung galing niyan, gano'n, So, yung ng galing, pero yung kung matatawa talaga yung mga Pinoy dito sa mga jokes niya, siguro hindi masyado magkiklik. Kasi tinanong ko rin yung mga anak ko, nakapanood kayo, no? Yeah. Didn't find him funny, gano'n yung mga reaction ng mga anak ko. So, parang, okay, so, siguro generational din kasi nga 'di ba ang inaano niya ang parody niya is about yung mga parents nung before, 'di ba? So yun. So depende siguro. So kung aanuhin natin yung siguro dito ngayon sa Pilipinas mas natatawa sila yung mga the likes of Vice Ganda, 'di ba? Yon, yung gay humor naman, 'di ba? Or si Michael V. Si Michael V, especially yung character niya na Mr. Asimo, o yung mga characters na inaan niya sa Bubble Gang, yung kanyang mga songs na I don't know, Joy, nakapanood ka na ba yung mga songs na ginawa ni spoof ni Michael V?
Napakadami.
Okay. So ibig sabihin fan ka rin ni
Yes, I am.
ni Michael V. Okay, anong particular ang napanood mo na natawa ka sa kanya or nag-enjoy ka talaga?
Gusto ko yung yung sila ni Ogie, yung gusto ko yun. Anong tawag doon? Parang forget yung kanilang doon. So that's one. Pangalawa, gusto ko yung siya, yung parang mommy siya ng isang guy. Pero pareho silang naka-dress syempre. So parang siyang stricto, ganon. So I also like that. And but ang pinaka-favorite ko sa kanya is yung niya, yung creativity niya. Sobrang dami. Ideas and I like it because he writes, right?
Yes.
Hindi lang siya yung scripted na patawa na slapstick. Hindi, talagang pinag-iisipan niya, yung pun, yung ganon. That's why it lasted for so long, right?
Yeah. Hanggang ngayon, actually ongoing pa rin ang
Yeah. So yung recent niya, I don't know if you've seen it, yung kinanta niya yung gusto ko nang bumitaw.
Gusto ko nang bumigay.
Oh, yun. So, instead of gusto ko nang bumitaw, gusto ko nang bumigay. So, yung parang skit doon is he's a husband, tapos nire-ready niya yung mga damit na ibebenta na online ng wife niya. Tapos yung wife niya nag-makeup muna sa banyo. And then kinanta na yon while the wife was in the banyo. Eh, iniba niya lahat yung lyrics. It's so funny. At the same time, nakakaiyak. I don't know how you should watch it, Rhoda. Kasi parang funny siya, kasi nga napapalit siya palagi ng mga damit. But at the same time, yung eyes niya, teary-eyed, na parang gusto niyang bumigay, pero hindi siya makabigay, hindi siya maka-out ng sarili niya dahil nga husband siya nung wife niya. And then it ends with it ends na bumalik ulit siya sa dati niya, wala na yung mga ibang damit. So sabi ng wife niya, ano pa ginagawa mo? And then, wala na gaano lang ako nag-ayos
So, sorting.
ng damit. Oo. Sabi ng wife niya, anong sorting? Andiyan ko live, naka-live pala yung phone. Kasi nga nabebenta online yung wife niya. So that it ends like that. It's so funny. So yun. So that I feel like hours ang nilagay niya doon.
Yeah.
Hours ang nilagay niyang pagod doon sa kantang yon. First, he had to change the lyrics. Then he had to record yung song. And then he had to change clothes. How many times yon, di ba?
Yeah.
Tinake yun, tinake yun. That was like 15 to 20 change of clothes just for that 2-minute song. I think that's a lot of effort. Bilib ako sa artistry niya. And so I'm glad na he's still doing it. He's still at it. Kasi lagi na lang siya nag-warn na mag-retire na ako. Pero andun pa siya. Thank you. So at least nandun pa rin yung yung level, yung standard niya ng comedy niya. Right?
Actually, it's not the first time. Marami na siyang mga ginawang ganong marami na siyang ginawang ganong kanta at I'm sure pag sinearch nila sa sa YouTube, marami silang mahahanap na ganon. Pero naano ko lang na before Michael V, actually yung Tito Vic and Joey, ang kinasikat nila talaga yung ganyan. Yung meron noon, I think it was in Discorama. Pero doon sila nag-start yung segment na Tough Hits, no? Imbis na Top Hits, Tough Hits, no? Tapos, yun, ginagawa nila ng spoof yung mga kanta. So doon yung mga, halimbawa, awitin mo at isasayaw ko. Tapos pinalitan niya na, aahitin mo at lagyan ng Vito. So, yung mga ganon yung mga nila, ganon yung mga tough hits nila. So, pinapalitan ng lyrics.
Actually, Joey De Leon is very brilliant at that.
So, yun nga, yung sa puns and plays on words, yan talaga. Diyan talaga, maano mo naman yung ni Joey De Leon. Doon nga, kasi siya talaga mostly yung gumagawa ng lyrics ng mga ganyang kanta niya. Okay? Pero balikan natin mamaya si Michael V. Pero punta muna tayo kay Vice Ganda. Familiar ka naman, Rhoda, kay Vice Ganda?
Hindi masyado, pero I watch a couple of videos of her to prepare for this session. Conversation natin. So medyo hindi ako natawa. Kasi nga, I don't know much about gay lingo and, all of that. But I noticed na yung kanyang audience sa television, tawa sila ng tawa. So, natatawa ako dahil tawa sila ng tawa. Tumatawa na rin ako. So, mukhang, I think that's very common, right? In Philippine television, they would always have a host who's gay and exaggerating about a lot of things and, put a little bit of humor on questions when he's interviewing guests. So I'm here to learn more about.
Okay. Okay, kasi yun nga, comedy bar humor yun eh. Yun talaga yun. So actually, si Vice Ganda, galing naman kasi siya nga sa mga diba? Sa mga comedy bars. At saka yung mga alipores niya, yun, galing din lahat dun sa galing din lahat yun sa comedy bars, sila Kiray, sila So, si Alan Kay, diba? So, kumbaga, lumipat lang sila from the comedy bar, tapos dinala sa TV. Okay, pero baka ako na naman Joy, ikaw anong mo muna kay Vice dun sa
Okay lang
tipo
naman
ng
sa akin
humor
si
niya.
Vice. It's not my type of comedy, pero nakakatawa siya. Pero if you are from North America and manonood ka ng mga jokes niya, very mean. Very mean siya. Kasi ganun ng comedy bar, humor eh. Talagang mean sila sa isa't isa. Like, they would criticize each other's look, malaki ilong, mahaba-baba, whatever. And yun yung kanilang, kumbaga, yun ang kanilang kinikindle sa kanilang script, right? And, like Rhoda, medyo nahihirapan ako dun sa mga ibang words. Hindi ako maka-catch up. Like, tumawa na lahat ako parang, ganun pala. Kasi nga, hindi ako familiar dun sa language nila, right? Kasi may sarili silang jargon.
Lingo,
Yeah, so medyo nahihirapan ako doon. Pero pag nanonood ako ng Showtime, yung spontaneous niya, nakakatawa talaga siya. The way she thinks na the way Vice Ganda thinks na na on the spot na nakakapagpatawa siya. That's hard. That's different from Michael V. Kasi si Michael V, if you watch Michael V in Itbulaga, hindi siya spontaneous. Hindi siya, medyo serious siya, he's just hosting, right? Pero if you give Michael V a project, talagang taob lahat. Pero pag si Vice naman, on the spot, ang galing niya mag-isip. I mean, very witty and creative and kahit sinong kausap niya, mapapatawa niya. That's hard. That's hard. Pati yung yung sense of niya. Kaya yun nga lang, yung mga jokes na yung tungkol sa physical, yun ang hindi magugustuhan ng mga ibang culture. If nata-translate yun, kung may subtitles yan, masyashock lahat ng mga tao. Kasi
translated na subtitle.
Grabe siya mag-comment. Pero kung Pilipino ka, tatawa ka talaga. Like, kunwari, mahabang baba mo, sandali lang, tutusok ako, gaganon siya, or pero sa kanila, it's just so funny. If you're used to Filipino humor, nakakatawa siya.
Kasi
I watch, for example, I watch Saturday Night Live dito sa US. So, and we laugh a lot. But like what you said, we don't really talk about physical kind of appearances. We make fun of the weather, of politics, of people in politics, that kind of humor. And then everybody laughs about it. But yun nga, when I watch Vice Ganda, hindi ko masyadong maintindihan yung sinasabi niya, yung bakit sila tumatawa. Natatawa ako nga kasi nga tumatawa na sila. So tumatawa na rin ako. So I was more laughing because I don't know anything about him or her. So I was laughing too because of how he or she carried himself or herself. So I'm not so sure. Is she a they?
Is she a what?
Is he a they? Ano yung pronoun?
Wala, hindi pa uso dito yan, Rhoda, yung mga choose your pronoun.
Wala pa siyang pronoun. Okay, so,
wala pa siyang pronoun.
Okay, wala pa siyang pronoun.
Pero, of course, nag-identify siya sa
LGBT,
girl. Kasi nga, ang nagpapatawag siya, Meme Vice, no? Doon sa kanyang show ngayon na sing, no? So, yun. Pero kasi yun nga yung sabi ko nga yung brand of humor kasi ng Pinoy comedy bar, talagang poking fun at themselves and at the expense of others, 'di ba? Yun talaga yung ng Pinoy humor eh. Tapos siguro I don't know if you can call it also gay humor kasi yun nga yung movies niya kagaya limbawa nung Girl Boy Bakla Tomboy. So siya yun, 4 na characters. Siya yung girl, yung boy, yung bakla tomboy. So siguro yung maano mo na kasi siya din yun, tapos yung mag-iiba-iba yung character, yung personality. So magugulat ka rin yung sa galing niya mag-shift ng character. Pero there was a time na he was also called out, no? Kasi in one of his concerts yung he made fun of Jessica Soho. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Tao dito. parang nag-refer siya kay Jessica Soho as parang lechon, di ba? Ganon, tapos lagyan ng
Apple.
mansanas. Oo, ganyan. So yun, syempre, Jessica Soho is vice president for news doon sa kabilang station. Oo.
Yeah.
So talagang na-bash siya ng husto, and he had to make a public apology, di ba? Kasi nga ganun, yun ang problema minsan kapag nagpapatawa ang Pinoy, usually at the expense of others. Yun nga, kagaya nung sinabi nga na, teka, usog-usog ka, baka matusok ako. O kaya yung puns and plays on words na ikaw ang taong mataas pero mababa. Alam mo yun,
that one I like
mataas
that.
pero mababa. Yung bang the irony of it all, parang gano'n. So ganun yung ng Pinoy. Pero I think yung isang pa rin talaga is yung panggagaya. Yun din ang ng Pinoy, di ba? Manggagaya ka, tapos medyo i-exaggerate mo, no? Kasi for example, ako mismo when syempre broadcasting major ako, no. So sa UP noon, we would have to come up with productions. So minsan kami ang gagawa ng script, kami ang artista, so So usually ang isang papaano sa akin is yung mga ginagaya-gaya ko. Syempre exaggerate mo, like nga si Pops Fernandez, kasikatan niya noon. So yun nga, gayahin ko yung bibig ni Pops, yung hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Penthouse Live. Hello, Martin, ganyan. So talagang kinakaganon ko naman yung bibig ko dahil nga, syempre yun, so ine-exaggerate mo. Tapos yung isa sa mga paborito kong gayahin noon, si Jaja. Jaja pa, di ba, ako'y tao lang.
Nanginginig yung bibig.
Nanginginig yung bibig, di ba? So, gano'n. Pero, syempre, ina-exaggerate mo, di ba? So, yun ang, ng Pinoy humor. Tapos, inaanok nga si Jokoy, sabi ko, basically, gano'n din, di ba? Yung ina-exaggerate niya yung mom niya, yung So, which, probably, maski naman din siguro dyan sa States or sa Canada or practically anywhere, talagang yung exaggeration, di ba? That's the common, that's the common type of humor. No? Pero I don't know if naano nyo rin yung Joy, yung kay Michael V, yung si Mr. Asimo, that character.
I forget. Can you refer?
Yung si Mr. Asimo, yung palaging alimbawa ganyan, sarcastic naman yung humor niya. So halimbawa, ang Pinoy, nakapila ganyan. Excuse me, nakapila po ba kayo? Diba, merong susunod, nakapila po ba kayo? Tinatanong mo ako, nakapila ko? Ano sa tingin mo? Di ba nakatayo ako rito? Bakit ganyan? Tuloy-tuloy na siya. Nagtatanong ka pa? Nakita mo na nakatayo ako dito? Alam nga namang nakitayo lang ako dito dahil dahil gusto ko lang tumayo, ganun ba? So yun naman yung character naman ni Mr. Asim.
Palagi may init ang ulo.
Naalala mo na yan, Joy? Okay. Pero ito, bibigyan.
Si Vice Ganda may ganun din, di ba? Like, dumating siya, tapos sabi nung assistant niya, ay, nandito na pala kayo. Hindi, picture lang to. Yung mga ganun ba? Hindi ako to, picture lang to. Mga ganyan.
Apparition lang.
Apparition lang.
Oo. So yan yung isang brand of humor. Okay, pero ito, meron isa na alam ko si Joy, gusto to. Si Dolphy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, ikwento mo yung favorite ng movie scenes mo from Dolphy movies.
Favorite ko yung sila ni Babalu.
Yan.
Nung na-aksidente si Babalu. So, hindi niya magamit yung kamay niya. Tapos, sabi niya kay Dolphy, samahan mo ako sa CR kasi ihi ako kasi I cannot open the door. I cannot kumakain kumakain si si Dolphy ng maanghang. Yan. O sige, kasi boss niya right? So, hindi na nakapaghugas ang kamay si Dolphy. So, pumunta na sila sa CR. Tapos sabi ni Babalu, buksan mo na yung zipper ko, right? Pati ba naman yan? Ako pa, ganyan. Binuksan niya, ganyan. O, ilabas mo na, right? Ako, dilabas na niya. Pero all this, what is so brilliant about this is the camera is just the faces. Kita mo lang yung mukha nila na nag-uusap. Pero yung imagination mo as a viewer, Talagang matatawa ka kasi ikaw na you're laughing at your own imagination, right? Kasi nag-uusap
Yeah.
lang naman sila.
Oo.
Tapos sabi ni Babalu, o sige, labas mo na. Di na after ninyang umihi, sabi ni Babalu, o pagpag mo na. Ang sabi ni Dolphy, pati ba naman yan ako pagpag mo na. And then after nun, sinara na niya. Before niya sinara, sabi ni Babalu, bakit parang masakit yung niya. Tapos sabi ni Dolphy, ay sorry kasi hindi nakapag-gugas, I was eating with sili. Ganon. So masakit yung niya. So finally, i-zipper mo na. Nung yung pinaka-last nun, i-zinip niya, tapos naipit yung niya. So yung pinaka-last frame is umiyak si Babalu kasi nga naipit. So they're just talking and they're mad at each other. Hindi sila natatawa kasi nagagalit sila sa isa't isa. Pero as a viewer, tawa ka ng tawa.
Yeah.
Talagang, tsaka walang cut siya. I mean, that's just amazing comedy. Ang hirap nun magpapatawa ka nang hindi nakikita yung ginagawa nyo. That's brilliant. I think that's one of the most iconic comedy scene for me.
Actually, yung Dolphy Babalu, yan talaga yung meron naman akong napanood na similar dyan, pero yung tayo dito, tutuliin si Babalu, di ba? So again, no graphic scenes or anything. Talagang yun, nag-uusap lang sila, di ba? Oo, face lang, lang nila ganyan. Okay, so kunyari yun so gumagamit ng iba-ibang pero palaging sobrang kunat, sobrang tigas, hindi talaga makat ganyan hanggang sa finally na ba yung ginamit nila, drill ba yun or jackhammer, parang ganyan. Oo, yung pangalan chainsaw?
Oo, chainsaw yung last. Kasi nag-ano na siya naglagay na siya ng di ba? Yung parang takip sa mata.
Sobrang na. Tapos pati yun, napudpod. Pati yun, hindi umubra, di ba? So yun yung pero the whole time, si Babalu pa naman, di ba? Yung si Babalu, ang sakit diba yung facial expression niya. Tapos yun nga, sabi mo yung si Dolphy naman, yung nadi-deliver niya talaga na yung parang poker face, di ba? Hindi siya talaga tumatawa na yun.
No, error. That wasn't Dolphy with him. That's Don Pepot with him.
Kasi si Don Pepot ba yun?
Si Don Pepot yung taga-cut ng yeah. Pero Babalu was the main there. Because he's so proud.
Okay. Pero yun, ako kasi nung time na yun, nakikinig lang ako, hindi ko talaga pinapanood. So I was washing the dishes at that time. Pero yun nga, kahit hindi ko nakikita, nanonood nun yung husband ko. Pero kahit I wasn't there, natatawa pa rin ako doon sa naririnig ko. Kasi yun nga, tama, yung nai-imagine mo, how it was unfolding, just by listening to it.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant kasi most ng comedy ngayon, kailangan makita mo, slapstick, mga ganyan, di ba? In order to it to be funny, right? Pero I think yung humor ng nila Dolphy is just bang klase.
Okay. Rhoda, tahimik ka.
Tahimik ko kasi, like what I said earlier, medyo hindi ako masyadong exposed sa Filipino humor on television. Pero iniisip ko rin na dito kasi sa US, yung Saturday Night Live, for example, there's a lot of politics and a lot of gaya-gaya din. Ginagaya nila si Trump, ginagaya nila, and other personalities. But, we see all of these things as humor, right? As sarcasm or as comedy, right? Niisip ko lang, bakit kaya minsan hindi rin ma-identify ng mga Filipinos or even people like us, even in the US, most people hindi lang ma-differentiate kung ano yung real comedy, yung real, ano yung totoo at hindi totoo, right? So because sometimes that's that kind of deficit, I would say deficit, played a lot in the fake news, in the past few years, played a lot in those, in not knowing which one is true, right?
Yeah.
So, considering na sa buhay ng mga Pilipino, on television, and we've lived through these kinds of media, right? Alam natin na hindi naman totoo na, na hinahawakan niya or tinutuli siya or something, right? But I think, I'm just thinking about it, that, it would have been easier, right? Na ma-identify mo talaga kung ano yung fake, ano yung totoo. Kasi alam naman natin talaga yung what's true and what's not true, right? So,
Yeah. Alam mo, that's a good
I was
point.
just thinking about that because, and it's not just Filipinos, I wanna clarify that it's not just Filipinos, but it's also here in the US. We know that Saturday Night Live is just Saturday Night Live comedy, late at night on a Saturday. But it's not true, it's just making fun of people, and it's just entertainment, right? So all of these things are all just entertainment, right? So, how...
Pero yun, tama yung sinasabi mo na walang, napansin ko, itong younger generation, pag halimbawa, ang na is yun nga yung irony, hindi nila masyadong makuha. Like, for example, I remember when my son was younger, pag halimbawa, ang lakas-lakas niya kumain, tapos sabihin ko, uy, parang masakit ang ipin mo. Sabihin ko doon sa anak ko, oh, parang masakit ang ipin mo. Tapos sabi, ay, hindi po. Ba't masasakit? Ganyan. So, ganyan. Hindi niya nagigets yung mga gano'n. Kaya sabi ko, anak, syempre opposite yun, dahil maganang-magana ka kumain. So, maraming mga ganong, na I would give him the opposite, pero hindi niya nga nadidistinguish yung... So, minsan, magalimbawa may binitawan ako, tatanong niya, joke ba yun o ano? So, kasama niya itanong, joke ba yun o ano? Kasi hindi nila mag-get. So, parang, meron ng parang, I don't know how to describe that, pero hindi na, because of fake news, yung proliferation, hindi na nila makuha ngayon kung kailan, ano ba talaga yung sinasabi ng tao. I don't know if you remember yung incident na sinasabi ko na nasa klase sila, yung mga bata. I think grade 4 o grade 5 sila noon. So, nag-aaway doon sa klase. Tapos, dumating yung teacher. Tapos sabi nung teacher, ay, tumigil na kayo. Yan, huwag na kayong, Tapos parang hindi pa tumigil kaagad yung mga bata. So, tawag dito? O sige, ayaw nyo magpaawat, sige. Sige, mag-ano lang kayo. Tawag dito? Ay, parang tumigil pala sandali. Tapos nung sinabing nakinig sila sandali. Tapos sabi niya, gusto niyo pala magpasapakan? Sige, magsapakan kayo. Tapos pagsabi ka ng teacher, tinuloy naman mga bata. Tapos parang yung reaction ng mga bata is, kasi sabi mo magsapakan, tuloy namin di tinuloy. Tapos sabi ko, imagine, klase yun. Diba? Walang nakagets nung teacher na, of course, yun, diba? He meant the opposite na, sige, gusto niyo tuloy? Sige, magsapakan na kayo. Tapos tinuloy naman. Tapos sabi ko, yung kinikwento ng anak, tapos yung kinikwento ng anak ko, parang sabi ko, that's alarming, for students not to get, the intent behind what, about something that's being said, di ba? Ganyan. Pero natawa ako nung unang kinento ng anak ko na Tapos yung parang pa niya na, teacher namin, labo talaga. Sabi niya gano'n yung tao dito, di inaawat niya. Tapos yung sinabi niya, sige, tuloy niyo yan. Tinuloy, nagalit naman lalo. Sabi ko, oh my God, sabi ko, ano ba? Hindi ba nag-gets yun? Hindi. Ganun pala, sabi ko, wow.
Yeah.
Ewan ko kung something about humor ba yun or ano na hindi na nila ibang-iba na or dahil nga siguro sa proliferation ng mga fake news, hindi na nila alam kung pag may sinasabi ka, totoo ba to, hindi totoo, nagjo-joke ka ba o hindi. Ganun. So yun yung ano
Metaphor ba to? Irony ba yan? Yung mga ganyan, di ba?
ganun.
Hindi na
Yeah.
talaga, hindi na ma-differentiate, right? Kung ano yung totoo, hindi totoo. Okay, in-interview ni Vice Ganda yung mga artista na to and ask all of these questions. But I think Filipinos, even the viewers don't realize na it's just all entertainment. They may not be telling the truth. They're not telling about their lives. They're, it's just all just to make fun of each other.
Yeah.
So I think with comedy as part of, or humor as part of social media, everywhere, I would say language. Maybe, I don't know, I think it's, that's true here too, because, we watch Saturday Night Live. My husband loves Saturday Night Live, and my kids watch it too. And, they laugh, but
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, we love it, but it's like, we know that it's not true. It's all
Of
just
course, yeah.
right? Maybe yung role talaga ng humor is just really purely entertainment, right? And it also develops all kinds of new language as well, because Vice Ganda and everyone, they coin new words.
What about current comedians, like funny people on social media? Christy, are you familiar with them? Yung Filipinos, like
Mimiyuuuh.
Yeah, Justine Luzares. Justine Luzares here, yung magaling mag-British
yung
accent.
nagbi-British accent siya.
love him. I follow him on IG. And Esme, kung familiar ka kay Esme, siya yung...
Hindi.
Ay, nako, nakakatawa
Si
siya.
Mimiyuuuh at si Justine Luzares, yes.
Si Esme naman, ang pinaparody niya yung high school memories. So, siya lahat ang umaarte ng characters. Ng mga
Parang kagaya kay Justine.
Yeah, pero
ganun
siya
siya.
as in high school memories lang. And super funny rin. And I think yung Sassa Gurl is also funny. So, as you can see, I'm into social media.
Yeah.
Well, there is a Filipino American who was actually a pioneer in comedy. This is before Jokoy. She started the channel Happy Slip. She's Filipino American
but she
from
stopped.
LA in the 1990s.
Yeah. After 2 years, nag-stop din siya eh.
Oh, did she stop too?
Yeah.
That one, I really enjoyed it too. I really enjoyed watching her because
So
she
who's
would
that still up?
actually.
And
but that's years and years ago when YouTube was still new, di ba?
YouTube was really new. It's called Happy Slip. And
Tapos bigla siya nawala.
So anyway, I used to watch her just because I use it for my class. Because it's like she would act out the grandmother, the mom, the dad, herself and everything. And she would copy like all their accent. And she doesn't speak Filipino. She's Filipino American. She was born here. And then she went back to the Philippines to promote the Philippine tourism, invited her. And so then she was a little bit more serious, I think, when she went back to the Philippines, she was doing more videos that are more real. It's not the, the usual comedy that,
she stopped na sayang nga eh. She did not grow her channel.
Yeah.
But she became famous for a while and then biglang nawala.
Yeah, because she was very funny as well. Para siyang Jokoy, but she would act out all the different roles. Grandmother, the aunt, the dad. She uses wigs. Makeup.
Yeah.
But her script, she creates all her script. She videotapes herself. And I thought that was really funny. And I stopped following. I have to check her out.
Yeah.
She's called Happy Slip. Yeah.
Mahirap lang kasi if you're a parent and Kasi a lot of very good comedians, ang mga ano is, there's a lot of swearing, a lot of, di ba? Tapos,
Yeah.
mga green jokes. Ano
Yeah.
pala yun Philippinism pala yung green joke.
So dyan, what do you call, ano?
Kasi dati ginamit ko yung green joke, sabi ng mga kausap ko, what are you talking about? Like environment jokes? Wala palang green joke na word. So, na term, right?
Hindi, kasi sa akin, yung green jokes na yan, it came from a jingle magazine before that had a green page. Hindi siya actually green, but grin. Grin.
Oh, tapos
Yes,
evolve na lang.
Oo. So, green page, yon. So, nandun lahat yung mga jokes. Alam niyo yung mga Pinoy jokes na, yung, halimbawa yung mga series na, yung tatay ko, ganito, ganyan. Wala yun sa tatay ko.
Yeah.
Wala yun sa tapos yung, di ba, yung gano'n, yung pa-level up yun, no? So, yon galing yun dun sa Jingle magazine before. So, it's green. Yeah, Grin.
Pero naging green na, nag-evolve na as green kasi tinatagal compare din ng utak mo, di ba?
Oo, tama.
Nag-evolve na siya.
Hindi ko alam kung alin ba ang nauna, kung yung green ba o green page. Basta yun yung naalala ko, merong ganong page doon sa
history niya.
Doon sa that particular magazine. And mataas ang viewership nung magazine na yon because of that page.
Yeah.
Yes, yung green jokes.
Yeah. Like yung mga comedy bars sa Pilipinas, hindi nila matanggal yun Like yung yung green jokes nila. So, yun lang naman ang comment ko. It's funny, pero hindi mo pwedeng dalhin mga anak mo, mga ano mo, hindi pwede. Right?
Oo. Yeah. So, siguro yun yung humor na mahirap i-promote, di ba? Siyempre, yung ganyan, yung green jokes. Kasi merong kang ma-offend, di ba? Sometimes bordering also on sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Tapos, yun yung humor at the expense of others. Yun yung dangerous na. Teka, parang pa-wrap up na ako, no?
Yeah, yung katulad when Rico J. Puno and sinong sila, yung grupo niya, sila Ray Valera and
Haji Alejandro.
Haji, ganyan. So they would have concerts here, right? And they, pag sa mga spills nila, hindi pa rin nila tinatanggal yung green jokes nila. Parang, kailangan pa ba yun? I mean, they're so old na. Bakit do they have to resort to that, diba? So, I don't know. I think hindi na matatanggal yan sa Pinoy humor.
So yun nga, yung nasabi niya, ito si paring ganyan, mahilig sa DC. Ano yung DC? 16, 17, 18. So, alam mo na yun. So, sabi ko, ito naman yung parang, ano bang klaseng joke to? Yung parang DOM jokes. So, kumbaga, merong mom jokes, dad jokes, meron din yan, parang DOM jokes.
Yeah. So, di ba sa Itbulaga, di ba? You just mentioned the TVJ, right? So, meron din silang sariling joke, right?
Yeah.
So, may pagka-green din minsan.
Oo, pero kasi siyempre pag noon time show, alam nila na dito na hindi pwedeng otherwise
nakalusot pa rin.
Kailangan talaga very subtle. Otherwise, pwede kang maano ng MTRCB, you could be called out. Okay.
Like when there was one time meron silang parang skit na binisita yata ni Joey si tito or whatever. Diba yung tatlo. So, binisita niya yung isa. Pare, kumusta ka na? Eto, para sa Rosario. Ganon. Wow naman. Palagi ka nag-Rosario? Oo. Ano, gusto mong merienda? Rosario! Ganon ka nga na merienda. Ganon ba?
Oo. Yun. Ganon ang mga brand of humor nila na. Okay, so yon, exaggeration, puns and plays on words. Ayan, yung mga gaya-gaya nga ng accent, di ba? Yon.
I just wish we have that. I don't know if you're familiar with dry bar comedy. So there is a series of, parang mga comedians to around the world na they call it dry bar comedy because wala silang green jokes, walang swearing. So it's clean, pure humor. And they are super hilarious. they're able to do their stint, mga comedy nila, without resorting to yung mga swearing and all that. So I would recommend that, and I hope that Filipinos would have their own dry bar comedy na, it's safe to listen to with your family and it's still funny. So yun ang that's one thing that I would recommend.
Hindi ko alam kung papasa na sa dry bar comedy yung Meron din kasi dito mga ngongo jokes. Alam mo yun?
Ay, hindi. Mean yun, mean.
Hindi, pero kasi yung is, excuse me, pabili ko ng pabili ko ng Pepsi. Narinig nyo na yung joke na yun? Di ba? Pabili ko ng Pepsi. Sabi niya, linaw-linawan mo nga yung pagsasalita mo. Pepsi. Pabili ng Pepsi. Tapos ganyan. Ano nga? Hindi ko maintindihan. Isa pa. Ano mo? Tapos sabi niya, ako niloloko mo ako. Di sinakal. Niloloko mo ba ako? Ha? Sabihin nga, ba talaga? Fok lang pala, pinahirapan mo pa ako.
Yung hello, tumawag daw sa telepono. Hello. Sabi nung nasa kabila, nyeto. Ngongot. Ayoko na, it's so mean.
Okay. Pero ito naman yung parang ganun din, tapos yung series kasi yun eh. Tapos ang Pinoy jokes kasi ganun, mahilig sa series, di ba? Tapos yung ganyan, nagda-drive, tapos sabi niya, tapos magpa-park na. Sige, ayusin mo. Banta na konti sa Okay. Sige. Kasya? Kasya ba? Kasya? Pwede kasya? Oo. Kasya. Tapos bilang boom. Sabi mo kasya. Sabi ko, akasya. Puno ng akasya daw.
You can't do that here. No.
Definitely,
Right, Rhoda?
that's not an acceptable joke here.
No.
To make
Pero
fun
dito,
of
parang hindi, kasi talaga parang, I don't know, siguro ganun nga, pero
You walk out, right, Rhoda?
Yeah.
So, patay ang Pinoy pag, pero yun, may mga ganun, tapos mga series pa nga yan.
Yeah.
Anyway, sige, teka, baka masyado
Anyway,
tayo
yeah, it's to all the Filipinos, keep your humor, right? Keep your humor, but again, be kind and be nice to other people. But go for it. Have fun and enjoy, right? That's part of life. We need that in our lives.
Siguro before we wrap up, let's share a joke.
Share a joke.
Ay, marami si Christy. Kahit isa lang.
Marami si Christy. Kasi wala naman
dito.
akong joke.
Hindi ako prepared. Actually, nabigay ko
dami mo na nasabi.
Ang dami ko na nasabi. Di ba? sa Pepsi at Coke. Uy, may free plugging yun, ha?
Oo nga eh.
Ikaw muna, Joy, dahil mukhang ready ka.
Nako, ano ba? Yeah, hindi, I don't know if it's a joke, but sabi nila totoo daw to. Meron daw dalawang tao na nakasakay sa elevator, right? Isang Filipino at isang white person. At tapos, hospital to. So, tumigil siya sa 4th floor, tapos bumukas siya, and another Filipino was gonna go in the elevator. So, sabi ng Filipino doon, bababa ba? And then, sagot nung nasa elevator, bababa. And then, pumasok na yung Filipino. Sabi daw ng puti, that's a conversation?
Oo.
Bababa?
Yeah.
Bababa?
At nagkaintindihan na, di ba?
Nagkaintindihan na. Kasi to a white person, parang, ano yun? Bababa? Bababa?
Yeah.
So that,
yun maganda. Kasi talagang very Filipino.
Oo.
Yung, very Filipino yung, na yan. Okay. Ikaw, Rhoda, meron ka bang baon?
Okay. So, a mom and a daughter talking and say, Ma, I've changed my name to Lugao. And the mom answered, what? Go to your room.
You'll never be a comedy
Go
stand-up.
to your room. It's a food joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Pero, yan,
That-
papasa na sa dry bar, ano yun?
Yeah, dry bar.
It's a dry bar. Yeah, dry bar comedy.
Dry bar
Yeah.
comedy.
Ma, I changed my name to Lugao.
Sabihin pa na,
What? Go to your room.
Parang yung mga ano yan yung mga translation joke dito
Yes,
sa,
it's like a translation joke.
sa Pilipinas, di ba? Yung mga, okay. How do you say in Chinese yung ano, Nay, tingnan mo ang buwan. Alam mo yun? Ma, monlook.
Oh, ma.
no, ito, how do you say in Chinese? This
Yeah.
song is for my aunt and my uncle.
This song is for?
My aunt and my uncle.
Okay, alam ko yan. Napanood ko
sige.
yan. Si
Sige.
Ogie yan Tong kantang to, kay Chong, kay Chang.
Yes.
Tong kantang to, kay Chong, kay Chang. Kinanta ba yan? Tong kantang to, kay Chong, kay Chang, kay Chong at kay Chang. Yan yung ano na yan tayo dito. Yung mga anak ko, hindi nga nila mag-gets na yung iba. For example, how do you say in German coconut plantation?
Ano?
Tapos, Nugan.
Ano sa German
Oh.
ang bald?
Teka, dati alam ko yan. Teka.
Grabe.
Sino
Naalala
nga
ko.
ba yung kalbo na ano? Kintabin ba? Kintabin?
Hindi. Pakintabin.
Ayun, kintabin. Tama. Tapos,
Oh my
mahirap
gosh.
yan. Sa series noon, talaga nakikita mo yung napapanahon kasi ano ang sa German ng basketball player?
Ano?
Gidabin. Diba?
Ay, hindi pa kukuha ng mga young people.
Pag ngayon, hindi na nila. Wala na. Hindi na nila kilala si Gidabin.
Ano
diba?
sa Ilocano ang traffic?
Ang?
Traffic. Ano sa Ilocano?
Traffic? Ano ba?
Traffic.
Hindi. Bumper to bumper.
Okay. Akala ko, yung tipong Ilocano lang makakagets. Ayun, okay. Bumper to bumper. Oo, tama. So, marami actually yan, yung mga translation jokes na yan.
Yeah. Last na to. Ano sa Ilocano ang
sige.
yung jeans? Maong.
Jeans. Sige, ano?
Wrangler.
Tama.
Sorry to the Ilocanos.
Sorry sa mga Ilocano.
Hindi, ganun talaga, di ba? Nauuso naman talaga yan,
Ba, Ilocano naman ako so okay lang.
Yan talaga.
Lalo na inubo si Rhoda.
Sorry, inubo na ako.
Tatapusin na natin, baka lumabas lahat ng baon ko.
Yeah.
Oo, tama.
So, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga viewers natin.
I hope napasaya namin kayo.
Yes.
If you have jokes, please comment.
Yes.
We'd love to hear your jokes.
Please comment.
Filipino
Comment below. Leave us a comment also on our podcast too.
Yeah.
Okay, so last words.
Okay.
Well,
Joy. Rhoda, okay.
Enjoy. Life is so serious. We all need some kind of humor or comedy in our lives.
For me naman, let's continue to support our Filipino comedians.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
At okay, just to piggyback on what we have been, what Joy and Rhoda have said earlier, na okay naman magpatawa, laughter is the best medicine as they say, pero yun nga, hopefully not at the expense of others. Okay? So yun yung, I think that's the best, if we can poke fun at ourselves, but not at the expense of others. So siguro yun lang, mag-ingat tayo. Okay, and with that, we want to say thank you and goodbye.
See you again
in our
next
See you
time.
again
episode.
next week. Bye.